Ricky! So what we gonna do, y'all? We going with
Go.
Let's go.
just going with it.
Go.
We're going with it.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
It's happening.
Woo, child. Well,
Never a dull moment.
I know, right? Never a dull moment. Can't make this stuff up. But anyway, what's up, everybody? This is your girl Z. Welcome to Ships. We're the relationship show where we chronicle the difficult and hidden world of true to life relationships. So we got some stuff going on. This is season 3. Can you believe
Yes.
season 3?
Kids.
Episode 2. We really got a good show today.
I
Really
know.
good.
Excellent show today. Excellent show today. As you guys know, the end of last season, we had a couple of guests on, but one in particular, Kevin, was our guest, Kevin Hooks. And he kind of poured his heart out to us about just his dating woes and the type of women that he has encountered and just his own struggles. And, you know, he's gotten himself together, got some help together, and we hooked the brother up. He went out on a blind date. It was a very familiar blind date with a young lady that he went to church with. Her name was Ashley. And it was so much fun. Last week, you got to check out last week's show because we played the entire date night. We're going to play a little bit snippet tonight, but we did play the entire date night. So we have Kevin on today. We're going to bring him on in a little bit to tell us about that experience. I'm so excited because he looked like he had so much fun, but nothing is as good as the person's mouth.
Right.
So anyway, I just wanted to. So, guys, how was your week and how are you doing since the last time we met? We met a couple of days ago, but that's all right. So, how y'all been doing?
Good.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Well, Sandra, how are you? We never asked how you're doing. How are you doing, sis?
I'm doing good, sis. I'm all excited. Kevin's got me excited just to be able to learn how to date again, even though, Pastor, you say the jury is still out. But I'm going to counter that because I'm learning a lot. So, all right, well, we can just jump right on into it as we can do. Let's talk a little bit about it. Here she
coming up, and she laughed just like I laughed. So my mom actually, it's a funny story, and I told her this, but my mom 3 different times was like, "Yo, I bet you it's Ashley." It was just like I went in open-minded, but you know, it was just it being Ashley was a good choice because it was someone who's familiar, and we were able to kind of chat and catch up because it had been a couple of weeks. She was on vacation, so I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks. So not only was it someone familiar, but we had some catching up that we could do. After a while, that's like 2 hours, you went to check up on them, and they was like, "Yo, it's karaoke upstairs." And I'm like, "Yo, I've never done karaoke." So I went ahead and he decided to go up there and bust out the singing shot. You know, I did my song. I did "If It Isn't Love," New Edition. You know, if it isn't love, why do I feel the same? And so it was a great crowd. The crowd absolutely was very fun, very supportive, and had a lot of energy. And this recording looks longer than 30 seconds. So I kind of went this recording with the audio, and then Ashley went after me, and I think she did Essence, if I'm not mistaken. Essence with WizKid and Tim, which is a hard song to do karaoke because the lyrics are faster than you would think. But yeah, Poncho is a cool spot. Look forward to going back without the dietary restrictions I had from the time. But yeah, it was a cool vibe and a cool night.
That would look like so much fun. Bring him on up. I can't wait to just start asking a whole bunch of questions. Come on in the room, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin.
Turtleneck answer questions.
Yes.
Right, the turtleneck thing.
Yes.
So Kevin, wow, I'm so excited for you. You look so happy. So I wanted to just talk about that whole experience. Let's just start from the very first thing when you went to get the suit. So what was going through your mind, and we were kind of picking what to wear. So how did that go?
So with the suit, I didn't necessarily have a plan in mind, but early on, one of the first things I saw was the turtleneck. So that was something that, when I saw it, I was like, I've wanted a turtleneck for a while. One of the brothers at the church, Burrell, we had a Friendsgiving thing, and he wore a turtleneck, and I was like, I kind of want to wear a turtleneck. So I was like, what? When I saw it, I think originally, if I'm not mistaken, I had a different color in mind, and then Pastor Rick was like, "Yo, we should look around some more." And I saw this color, and I was like, this one works out better. So
okay, what was the other color you had?
Yeah.
What was the color?
I think it was like a tannish brown or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to talk you into a suit and some shoes. Man, I was trying to get you suited and booted. But you know what? Hey, look, you were comfortable in what you picked out, and you smashed it, man. You look good.
Yeah. So you seem like, would you consider yourself simple when it comes to things like that? Like you're not into the big flash and.
I am. I would consider myself simple. And another funny story about the outfit, actually, when that night I sent it to my mom, and my mom and my sister hated it.
They did.
Hated it. Like they was like trying to talk me out of wearing it. Like,
wow.
They said they like it for like church, but like on a date it's not good. Or something like that.
What did they want to see you in? What would they have preferred to see you in? A suit?
So I had like this black sweater thing I had, and then they thought that was better. But I like the so I thought about changing it, but I like the turtleneck. It was something I picked because I'm usually like very simple with what I wear.
Okay.
I have a running joke at the church that I dress for comfort. So
come on now.
I'm usually a lot more simple. So when I picked it, I was like, I'm gonna just go with what I picked.
Okay. Yeah.
That is interesting. Your mom and sister hated
it. Hate. Like,
okay. My mom disliked it. My sister hated it.
Okay.
Funny. That's funny.
Okay. Well, then, so let's talk about when you went and got the cut. I know you said that you like to have some hair in the wintertime.
Yeah, but I had a metal pick, and one of the days I picked up my check from work, I guess I left it there, so I don't have that pick anymore. So I just have the plastic one. So I was like, I like having hair, but it's gonna be tough to pick it out with the plastic. So I was like, let's cut it down a little bit. So I was like, find the happy medium where I can still pick my hair out, but it ain't like, it ain't gonna get tough for me. So that's where I went in that direction. And then the spot in the cut was real cool spot, real cool vibe up there. They played some good music. The hot towel, this is the first time I've done the hot towel thing, and then he like explained what it did, what it does for you. So I was like, yeah, I might have to, adopt that into.
He hooked you up, man. You look tight. Yeah, nice beard cut, hair. So.
Right. So how did you feel like when that was all done? Did you just feel like $1 million? I mean, how did you?
Yeah, I felt really good. I like the cut I ended up with. And then, the entire experience was just very comfortable.
Okay.
You guys did a really good job of not making me feel like, I don't know the word for it, but not making me feel like I was like imposing or anything like that. Like it felt like a comfortable experience.
Gosh. So were you like shocked when Ashley walked in, or what was your?
It was funny because my mom 3 different times was like, "Yo, I bet you it's Ashley." Like she just had a feeling, and then her sister asked her, "Do she think it's gonna be Ashley as well?"
Wow.
It might be Ashley's also.
Funny.
So so when I saw her, it was just
confirmation. So did you hurry up and call your mom and say you were right?
Yeah, I told her the next day because by the time we left, it was like she close to 12. It might have been 12. But it was like,
Oh yeah,
Wow, so
yeah.
you guys had a lot of time. You had
Sounds like a good date to me.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
No, I mean, what we saw in the video, of course, with us being there, watching, observing, we were peeking over and so forth, and
Right.
seeing you
A
guys
lot.
pretty much. Yeah, we were peeking over a lot, honest to God.
being nosy.
Well,
being
what was
nosy.
cool about it, you guys had pretty much a good chemistry,
Mhm.
even outside of church. But you guys look like you had a good chemistry with one another. If I may, I'm gonna probe a little bit. What was the first thing you guys said when you guys saw each other?
The first thing I did was just what I told y'all. Like my mom was at this meeting with her.
Oh, you did tell her that. Okay.
I told her like this versus.
I have a question. Kevin.
What's that?
Based on what you anticipated, you told us how long it was, since you had dated. And going out on this date that we set up, like, what's your overall takeaway as it relates to what you was afraid or worried about versus what actually happened? Like, what's your takeaway from this experience?
It was pretty. It felt more like natural than I expected it to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Especially because I hadn't like gone out at a restaurant in a really long time, so it kind of felt natural. And maybe it was because of the chemistry, but it was like very. It was like I was a lot more nervous before I saw it was Ashley as well. Like I can even tell like on the video, like I'm kind of like when I see him with the camera, I'm like, okay, here it come. Like my body like started tensing up a little bit. So I think.
Now, did you ever see Ashley? You ever see Ashley made up like that? Because I was filming when she was getting out of the car and stuff like that, and I looked. I'm like, Ashley. So, what was your first impression when you saw her? Well, I don't know if you've seen her made up before.
I've seen her made up before. Like I've seen her with the hair like that before. I mean, you don't when you see someone as much, you don't see them like that often. You know what I mean? Like especially because like when I'm at church, I'm usually like in sweatsuits, like 90% of the time. So it's like it's different. It's like different seeing people outside of what you do every day. You know, you see the side of people, but also like we're very like. But when we say we're familiar, like we work together a lot. Like it's not like someone like it's people at the church who I know, but I'm not as familiar with. But like we've been like we did camera as the two main camera people for a while. Like maybe like it might have been a stretch where we worked like 3 months straight camera every day.
Oh wow!
You know what's funny, Kevin? You guys were sitting down for like 2 hours talking.
Yeah.
It was just y'all two talking.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, I mean, when we kept peeking over, because we were being nosy, it didn't seem like you guys pretty much had. What's that?
I said we were being nosy too. We peek over every once in a while.
That's funny. No, because it looked like the conversations I mentioned. For 2 hour conversation, that's a lot to hold down. So kudos to you, my brother. It looks like you got that a really good time.
That is.
Kevin, did you learn anything from this date?
Oh yeah.
I learned the areas which I learned a lot of areas in which I'm rusty in terms of conversation, and then I learned. So I was like, it's something I do that I didn't realize I do that my mom warned me about doing. That I caught myself doing like 4 times on a date, where I try to like. I think I know what you're gonna say, so I try to finish your sentence, and I was like. I didn't realize I did it as much as I do until I was on the day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to like maybe read that.
Good. Okay.
Did you learn anything about what you would like in someone you're dating versus what's the turnout for you? Like, did you learn anything about?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned a few different things just in terms of like comfortability. Like now, the bar is set higher because I've been on the like one where I felt comfortable. So now, if I'm uncomfortable, it's like I'm not now. I'm definitely not going to be in a situation where I'm uncomfortable and just be like, okay, well maybe get better. And, so that's ruined. And then just be. I mean, we got to be able to talk. You know what I mean? I know that if I can hold a conversation with you, I don't have to agree on everything, but we need to at least be able to talk about certain things.
Okay. So how did y'all lead the conversation? So did you do most of the talking, or did Ashley?
She had kind of, I've not seen her in like 3 weeks at the time. So we kind of just were catching up. So it was more so whoever was sharing what they were going through recently at the moment. So like I'm saying anyone was necessarily leading. I might have let her talk a little bit more than me just because I'm naturally a more quiet person. But overall, we kind of discussed what had happened in the time. A little bit of reminiscing as well. Just kind of talking about other stuff that we kind of been through together and stuff like that.
Okay. So was the conversation totally different than when you guys worked together, or was it kind of like a
Yeah. One, with the environment being different, it opens the door to conversations where, like, you probably won't talk about that when you're working. You know what I mean? So it kind of opened the door to more stuff. But I've seen it outside the church as well too, though. So it's like but we definitely kind of talked about stuff that we hadn't talked about before that. So.
No, Kevin, I have a question, man. Let me tell you something. We talked about it in person a little bit, but I promise you, bro, when you got on a mic, I was, first of all, this kid killed it. The whole room, we talked about it last show, but he killed it. The whole room was ended up.
Yes. You took over karaoke.
Seriously, and I thought, now nobody did, but I probably would have saw somebody pretty much buy you a couple of rounds of drinks at a karaoke bar. But seriously, man, you did a wonderful job. I was impressed. In fact, I almost came out of retirement to get up there and sing myself. But they didn't have my song cue. But out of all the songs that you wanted to pretty much do, why that one?
Oh yeah.
So,
and tell us which one it was.
They had a book. So I did If It Isn't Love by New Edition. So they had a book, and they said, try to choose from the book. If they don't have it, I mean, you can tell them, and they might have it. I didn't know that was just searching on YouTube, because originally, because they were all doing country songs, I was gonna do Colder Weather by Colder Weather by Zach Brown. And I didn't see it in the book. So I saw the audition earlier. Kind of the song earlier today anyway. So when I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna keep this tab. So if they don't have my song, I'm gonna just go with this one. Because I didn't want to be looking for a long time. So I found one I was familiar with.
It sounds like to me you were sending a message. I'm not saying you were, but you were sending a message.
Strategic song.
It wasn't necessarily best. I was just like, it was something familiar. I felt like, even like when we sing in the car, I like Ralph's voice is closer to mine than a lot of records. Okay. So and it was
I'm more like Johnny. Johnny's like my voice, bro.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Like I can't do Johnny. Johnny's so like
neither can he.
Range is
okay.
Whereas like Ralph is a little bit more like solid. So it just kind of I felt like Ralph was a little bit of a better choice for me.
Got you. Good choice, man. Good choice.
Yes.
How did you feel when you got up there? Were you nervous initially, or no? You just was.
You know what's funny? I wasn't that nervous. Like I can't explain why. I was like when I got up there. maybe because Pastor and First Lady went already, but I went up there. It was just I wasn't that nervous when I was a little nervous, but like based off how I usually am when I perform, I was fine.
And that your first time ever doing karaoke?
It's the first time ever doing karaoke. I've never seen I've seen like karaoke on movies and stuff. I've never actually been at a karaoke bar. So like, and it's like, so when Pastor Jose brought it up, I'm like, oh, I've never done the karaoke, and he's like, oh, that's it. You gotta go up there. So we went up there. And
Pastor Hosea schooled us on last week, and he mentioned on how, you being such an actor in the arts in general, and you would hang it up a little bit and then go back to it. And he mentioned how pretty much on how gifted you were. So to see it, live, man, as I said, you made me want to come out of retirement. I'm just saying.
Hey, I think it sparked something, Kevin. Y'all don't know this, but I don't know, maybe 2 weeks later, Kevin performed at church as well.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What did you do,
What did
Kev?
you do? What did you
Go
do?
back.
He
This
did
is Calvary Baptist Church of Hawthorne, YouTube. Go back and watch the 5th Sunday service, and you'll see it for yourself.
That'd be of January. Was it? Were you okay? I'm like, was it so?
There you go, look, Kevin.
All right. I watched
Yeah.
Pastor, but I don't remember seeing Kevin.
Because you wasn't watching.
I was.
Yeah.
Hey,
We did
Cam.
the cipher together.
Hey, Kev, let me ask you this. I know that you told us about bad experiences you had before in the past, with dating, things not going. After, kind of knocking the rust off, do you feel differently? Do you feel more prepared now? Do you feel any different than what you felt before this?
Yeah, I feel more prepared, and I also feel like now, like I feel better about going out there. You know what I mean? Like, now I have a good experience. Now I have a standard actually. So like, when I'm on a date,
That's
and
right.
it feels like,
That's right.
this is like I don't think I've had a date that good in a long time. Like I don't think the last.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
Now
dope.
I'm like,
Let me tell you something
Okay.
you don't know. You don't know this, and I'm done.
yeah.
Since the showing of last episode, some interest has came to my ears of others wanting to date with Kay. I'm just
Oh,
No,
so
yeah,
Okay, so that
Wow.
leads into
I'm
my
announcing this
question.
now. I'm announcing this now. There are two who are interested in pretty much for my ministry, so I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you didn't
Okay,
say
so
Yeah,
that
no,
leads
I
into-
was putting that out.
that
In
leads
fact,
into my question, Kevin.
ma'am.
How comfortable are you with trusting the ship squad
to hook you up.
to hook you up?
I mean, so you
Again.
guys' track record's been really good so far, so I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, nah, I don't know. Like your track record's been pretty good so far, so I'm comfortable.
Wow.
So then you would be open to doing another date?
Yeah, sure.
Well, this
Okay,
time we're
are
gonna
you-
auction you off, bro.
Right. Are you gonna pick a different turtleneck, or are you gonna wear something that your mom and your sister like?
So I'll probably wear something else. I probably wouldn't wear this again, but I'll wear something to be comfortable in. One thing I learned, not recently, but one thing I learned about myself is I'm not a big fan of jeans. They're not very comfortable. So
Okay.
I probably won't be wearing jeans, but I wear something that I can feel comfortable in, but something that's somewhat stylish.
Hey, Kay, let me let you in on something.
Oh.
Turtlenecks come in all colors.
Yeah, yeah,
They really do.
every color.
The turtleneck. Look, we're gonna put turtlenecks back on the map.
Yeah.
Wow. So Kevin, I am so. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. I'm so excited for
How
you.
you tell them those that might be interested that we don't know about because they get
Yeah,
behind.
because
We
Kevin
got
is doing
four
too much
between
longer,
me and Rick.
y'all.
We got
We got
four
four,
already
yeah.
that's interested.
Yeah, I didn't know it was just one the last I heard. So 3 more of them jumped on board. So
Yeah.
guys, hit me up, Zandra S as in Sam Wilson at yahoo.com. inbox me, email me your information. Also, the Google form. You email me and I can send you the Google form. If not, you can find it in the information section of our Betterfly's YouTube channel. All you got to do is click on that link, fill out all the information. It'll get to us. And then what we're going to do is vet, because we're not hooking them up with just any old body.
No.
Right.
Appreciate
We're
it.
vetting you guys. We're vetting.
We're
Because
gonna run the driver's license.
oh yeah, we're gonna have
Hey,
we're gonna have to know who you are.
Look at,
Yeah.
you have any priors? You know, we're gonna look.
Yes, we're gonna vet you. Because
And a 750 credit score.
Come on.
I'm trying to take care of you, Kevin.
Come on.
And I need job references.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're doing it. And now just so you know, for the women, we're doing the same. We just so
Yes.
happen that Kevin is our first, so we're doing the same. Our whole goal here is to set people up with quality dates, but then to teach people how to really date. And I think
Right.
that's what people don't know how to date. Dating is about fun, gathering information, which is exactly what you did, Kevin. That's why I'm so excited. Just because, and like Dr. Hosea said, every date is not a love connection. It's not like a marriage. Like, this is my husband, is this my wife? It really is about enjoying each other's company and having fun.
Absolutely.
You know what? With that being said, Sister Sandra, I think we need to ask Kevin. Kevin, now that you've went out on this date, maybe from the whole experience, you may have some questions.
Oh
We're
yeah.
here for you, brother. Sure.
Shoot, I hadn't even thought of any questions, honestly.
If you're gonna be going out on some more dates, you might want to learn all you need to learn.
Yeah. Well, that's why I take the relationship seminar.
Speaking of that, tonight, 7 p.m. Well, Thursday night, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. There's okay, relationship seminar. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any areas, Kevin, that you feel like you need to still grow in?
Conversation for sure is something I feel I can do, growing. Knowing people, you know what I mean? When you spend a lot of time trying to isolate yourself away from people,
Right.
you start to lose a little bit of touch. So I think knowing people, even outside of just dating, knowing people is something that I need to grow in. And then, so I think conversation as well is something.
Well, I have a tip for that, Kevin.
You do it, the more you
When you're talking about knowing people, for one, when you find a person's area of interest as you're talking to them and you're asking questions, and especially if they open up enough to talk about something that they're passionate about, be engaged and really interested in that.
Mhm.
Because the more they see that you're actually listening, not just but you're really listening, and active listening sometimes responds with questions and activity. Like,
Right.
what you did? What? Oh my God. And how long were you into that?
Right.
That's amazing. Now they feel more comfortable opening, and it opens up engagement for you to learn more about them. And so, which gives you the opportunity to collect more data. Don't ever let a person know when they say something crazy that you know they said something.
Yeah.
Because you want them to feel comfortable in their crazy, so get all the goods and
To
know
let it all
who they
hang
really
out.
are. They be like, yeah, and I just, I just got out. I did 30 years yesterday. I got out yesterday. Really? Oh my God. That's so interesting. Wow, that's amazing. What were you in for?
Money laundering.
Manslaughter. Oh my God.
You got 20 million
Tell
here.
me more. And just
Taking notes, jotting it down.
Yeah. Then you exit really quick.
then you say, I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be
No, you don't. Don't come back.
I got something really quick. I got dating statistics really quick.
Oh, yes.
Go. We
Because
like.
on the note that you just said, how many
Oh my
people?
gosh, how many people use an escape plan to get out of a bad first date? Oh, shut up. I have done it. 60%.
Yeah.
60%.
Oh my God, I thought I was the only one that did that.
Everybody. Look.
Yeah, I always have a friend call, and then it's either gonna be good or bad. Either it's an emergency, or I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's the best plan is to
Do men
collect
do
a
it?
whole bunch of data.
Look, do men do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
What is y'all? Do y'all have a friend call you as well? Or what do y'all
But
do?
men sometimes do it for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's I need you to get me out of here so
Yeah.
I get home to my woman in time.
Right.
And she don't know I'm leaving.
Right.
So let me
Or-
know if something has happened.
Or
Get out of here
That-
before I get caught.
yeah,
That's-
or that bill is coming, and she ordered the lobster and steak.
He not gonna leave her with that bill. You better.
I got to go. Got to go. Jose, you better let him know.
He ain't tell you all that.
He should have said something.
You should have got the salad like I did.
Like I did.
That was a hint.
Well, okay, so here's a tip for that. If you aren't sure about what the budget is for the
I thought you
day,
didn't ask.
right? So as you're looking at the menu, ask him, ask her, what are you thinking about? What are you gonna get? Right?
That's
Listen,
good.
I'm looking at
Janine.
this, I'm looking at that. You look at the price range, so yours should match that or be less than that.
Right.
That's
Or
because I
it-
never even thought about that. So if I'm on a date and we're at a lobster house or a steakhouse, I just knew. So the proper thing would just say, well, do I have a budget or limit?
No,
or-
you know,
No, no,
that
no,
is
you
not
didn't-
what me just
You
said.
didn't hear what I just
It
said.
is not what she just said. See, that's what's wrong with you.
You know I didn't say that.
so
You
my
know I
budget's
didn't say
$200? No, it's not. It's not. She didn't say
What
that.
did I
What are
say,
you
Chandra?
thinking about getting?
What did
Now-
I
I've
say?
never done that before. Maybe that's why.
What did I say?
It's the reason you don't go on more dates. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you.
Okay,
I'm
for
like, how
the
much
genres of the world,
what can I get?
I
And-
said
You know what?
probably you're not going to know the budget. You're going out with this person for the first time. Everybody wants to impress the other one. Most of the time, I'll say
Right.
women aren't trying to break the bank. We would like to get something that we enjoy. So to kind of deal with all of that, and look, this is not your first and last supper. Don't act like you've never been to a restaurant. Don't act like it's your first supper or your last. You have other food that you can eat. You don't have to go crazy on this one. Ask them, what are they thinking about in terms of ordering? What looks good to them? Or just say, what are you going to get? And when they ask you to say, I still don't know, but have them say some things so you can look on the menu and kind of gauge
Yeah.
I have a
what
question.
they're,
Janine,
what
hold on.
they're going
Wait,
to
let me-
spend.
Well,
let me
let me
interject
ask- let me say my question, please, Rick. So what if Janine, they say, okay, I'm just gonna get a salad?
That let you know he ain't bringing that much money.
You know,
He just
Right.
let you know.
Well,
And that's-
okay, then this
and
is
that's
what
when your
you
girl
do.
calls and gets you out of it. Yeah.
This is what you do. Then you say, well, I was thinking about the such and such, right? Now, if they say, oh, yeah, that sounds good, I might get that. Thumbs up. If they
Or
start hemming and hawing like, we're going to be
Right.
washing dishes,
yeah,
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
talking
then
about-
maybe.
Keep
You know,
in
I don't
mind,
like
this
the way everybody
generation.
cook their lobster. If you say something like that, I don't really trust everybody lobster. That means
Can we just be honest and say, I got look, you got
No, no.
$75 to spend. Why
First
we
of all,
gotta
we're
be
talking
like-
about Kevin's generation. The ladies
Well,
that
but Kevin-
usually
Kevin, let me help Kevin. Since you ain't got to go through all that.
Oh, God.
You have a budget before you take her out.
Yeah.
Know the restaurant before you go.
Yeah.
If this restaurant has a lot that exceeds your budget,
Yeah.
do not take her there.
or
Take
Take
her somewhere that
Starbucks.
everything on that
Rick.
kind of within
Starbucks.
your frame.
Yes, sir.
Cheesecake
go from
Factory.
there.
Denny's.
Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, that's a good
I'm
place.
trying to help.
Oh, no,
Denny's. Who takes somebody to Denny's on the first date, Rick?
Man,
Man, sir, take me
Ma'am,
to Denny's or
listen.
McDonald's.
but see, Kev, listen. If you're trying to impress her, that's different. If you're trying to get to know her, you need to stay within your budget.
Or
Yeah.
Go
Okay,
get
I
some
got
coffee.
a coffee date.
Hey, I got you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
Okay,
Kevin,
here we go.
Kevin, hear me out. I got you. I got
Go
you.
ahead.
How to win on a budget. Tell her I want to take you out. Da, 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 da. You like nature? You like outdoors? Yeah, woo, 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 woo.
Picnic.
You take her, you get a nice, beautiful blanket, you get a little something, and you give her the most romantic $20 picnic you ever heard of in your life. Find out what kind of lunch meat she wants, what's her favorite bread. Dude, make sure it's Miracle Whip, because a sandwich ain't a sandwich without Miracle.
Well,
Good.
grocery, Pastor,
But
grocery
okay.
taking her out now, just so you know. Bread $10.
I think
you know what,
I'm just gonna say it.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
being
say it.
honest. This is the honest truth. I done took Doran, man, to everywhere. I've taken her everywhere I can think of. If I think of somewhere else, we going there. Out of all of the places I've taken her, many that she had never been before, her most cherished date was a picnic.
Yeah.
That's still her most cherished date. So I'm joking, but I mean there is some significance
It's
to things that require thought. So even when you don't have a lot of money to spend, when it's something that requires thought and creativity, that goes a long way as well.
It really does. It really does. Especially the picnic basket. Could have run you $100 alone. So
yeah.
No, we don't use baskets. We use coolers because we're gonna do a lot of walking.
I got the
You get the
whole
cooler with the wheels on it.
I got the
I've
whole
done
shebang.
that.
Okay, so wait a minute, Kevin, you were going to say something.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you
Oh no, he mentioned Miracle Whip. I'm allergic to Miracle Whip. I can't eat.
Miracle Whip.
I can't eat nothing with milk or eggs. I'm allergic.
No dairy for Kevin.
No dairy. Got it.
Yeah, that's good.
Ladies,
That's
note that.
romantic.
No dairy.
That's romantic.
If
And
you
guys,
wanna get it good.
good first date, a meet and greet spot, right? I've done that. Like for coffee or tea, let's meet for tea, let's meet for
Right.
coffee. So okay.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
So this
that's
is good
it.
to
You
talk
not-
about first date tips. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in Kevin's experience. I love how he trusted the ship squad to get them together a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like putting
Yeah.
that extra bit
Mm.
into it, putting your best foot forward,
Right.
coming fresh from the
Absolutely.
barbershop and all of that. And, you know, you even look like you came into yourself when you were all suited and booted. Nobody could tell you that you were not the man.
Right.
And that just poured out of you. That's attractive.
Right.
Yeah.
Confidence, brother.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna say this. When you stepped out the car, immediately I'm like, this brother's ready.
Hey,
He was ready.
I was
And
like, that's my hey, Kevin, on another dating tip. Here's another dating tip. And this is helping somebody because we know, hey, Valentine's.
Yeah.
Another dating tip. Really look at things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Look at all the things, whatever that is. You like getting on the little race cars and driving around the track. If you like amusement parks, if you like bowling, you like something you really enjoy. And then you get you a list of those things and inquire to find out what's the common interest.
Absolutely.
And whatever that common interest is a great setup for a great date.
Yeah.
Because we're both
Yeah.
engaging in something we both enjoy doing, and we're doing it together, which makes us more relaxed and which has allowed communication to be a lot more open and honest. So that's always a good way to go.
And just FYI, a dating tip. Do not take her to the swimming pool on the first date.
Why not?
Black women do not go.
Yeah, we got because we just got our hair done.
That's right.
Unless you
So
got
just
braids.
FYI. I know it's silly, but I'm just trying to help you. Don't take her to the beach unless if you plan to
We
get
go to the beach. We go to the beach.
No, see, Rick, she'll go to all of them places. Just
won't
don't
get
think
in the
she's
water.
gonna
Water.
In the water.
Not
She
getting
would
in.
rep her brand new bathing
No,
suit,
sir. No, sir.
but she ain't getting her head wet.
No, sir.
Come on.
No, sir.
She
Come
don't
on.
know you like that yet.
Right.
Right. Oh gosh, this is good. Any more dating
Oh,
tips,
my-
guys? Any more statistics, Rick? I think that's great. 60%.
No, I don't. I just queued that one up, but no,
Shoot, 60%
There
of
are
us
a lot
started out
of
with a
them
bad date.
literally there is in statistics as far as when it comes down to dating. Believe it or not, a lot of men pretty much love blind dating.
They do?
42% I read 40% like blind dates.
Now, I have a question. Do the men still pick the women up and take them out, or all that is gone now because of crazy folk? Because back when I was coming up, the guy.
That depends. Yeah, there's a lot of
Shivery's
times-
not dead.
A lot of times on first dates, they meeting because people meeting online and stuff. So you're not
Right.
really letting somebody you met
Yeah.
online and just come to your house, know where you live.
Right.
pick you up.
Right. It's
So it all
not.
depends.
It's
But
not
there are young
safe.
men that I know of.
Truth be
that
told,
really-
it wasn't safe back then.
no, it wasn't.
But with the shit
But
spot,
the
it'll
key
be
thing
safe.
is everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
That part
It was recommended.
Right. Yeah.
that was
Now, because you have to meet somewhere, engage the person or whatnot, see
Mhm.
what they're about. I was going to say this: chivalry isn't dead once the person gets to know the man gets to know the woman. I'll say that.
Right.
I
doesn't
have a
mind.
quick question
You
for the
understand.
squad. I got a question
Uh-huh.
for the squad.
Go ahead.
Worst dates ever.
Oh my God, I have one. I have one.
Oh my God.
That's why I have my okay. So this was a friend was trying to set me up. And so the guy, I'm like, send me your picture. So he sent me his picture. I'm like, oh, sitting by the fireplace, looking nice, and just he looked nice, young looking fella. So we go and we meet out. When I say he looked like Danny Glover, I mean like now Danny Glover. The picture was at least 20 years off. I mean, at least 20 years. And I remember going into the bathroom and I was like, look, I told my niece, call me in a half hour and say A, B, C, F, and G, and then I'll end the date. But I mean, that was a complete, catfishing, or I don't know if it's catfishing, but you look nothing like. So that's why I have empathy for the men when they talk about the women with all these filters. I think we talked about that as well. And Kevin, you can jump in, because women, we wearing all these, tons of makeup, which can completely transform your face. As Janine say, the Mrs. Potato Head, all the hair, the nails, the these things that we put on our bodies to make us more curvy. I think it's deceptive. That's just me though. A lot of people don't think that, because how do you look without all of that on? And some people are unrecognizable. So this guy was this dude was like at the time my father. I'm like, dude, like really? So I got up out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Janine, you said you had one.
Yes. So a dear friend of mine, I don't know if she's really still a dear friend, but she said, I'm going to set you up with my godson. Okay. Why not? So this was back before I had locks. So he picked a restaurant and I put on my good hair. Y'all ladies know what I'm talking about. You have your just go to work hair. And then you have, I'm going out here. So I put on my, I'm going out here, right? Put on a dress. Nice little overcoat, had my little kitten heels, matching. I was sharp. Okay.
Did you have a tail? Okay. I
You didn't have to tell.
I didn't have it there. So get to the restaurant. We go to Salt Creek Grill in Manhattan Beach. He is probably an hour late.
What's wrong with that?
No commentary from you, Pastor Red.
Ricardo, I know that's why. Mute him.
So, and I'm thinking, okay, I knew that he had kids, and so that could be something going on with picking him up from school and all of that. And so, okay, he gets there and he has on like a baseball shirt where it's light here and then the sleeves are a certain color. Now remember, I got on my good hair. I didn't shave legs and everything. I got on my little dress and my kitten, like
ready.
I put it together.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, you're late and you look like trash, but at least I'm going to get a dinner out of this at this point, right?
Right.
So we sit down, we're looking through the menu, and he's going on and on about how, as a Black man, he realized he needed to have made some lifestyle choices because Black men are more prone to prostate cancer, and listing all these things. So how he had changed his diet and he was working on his health and he wanted to get out in front of all these things.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
That's
though.
good.
He'll play. I gotta give
The
points.
Wait. the order.
when the waitress came, this man
Yeah.
ordered the Neptune's platter. When I tell you, it was everything in the ocean fried.
What?
Wait a minute.
Everything.
Oh my
Little
God.
Mermaid, Shamu, Jaws, everything fried.
Nemo?
Everybody fried.
God.
And I looked at him, I said, bro, you might as well just have a burger. What are you? And I was just like,
And you married him. His name is Gary.
oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Now,
That's not him. My bad.
Gary and I were friends at the time. So when I left that hot mess, I called Gary and told him about it. But I was so disappointed. It didn't have to be a love match, but you didn't even try. I mean, I might have known the person for him. It could have been a friend or a coworker. He didn't even try to put his best foot forward. I'm like, you piece of trash.
Man, that's
Yeah.
well. He didn't want you to He didn't want you to have higher standards than he would.
All right.
If I can win right here, we can make it.
Yeah, we can make it right here.
Rick,
With my
what's your
baseball shirt
worst
on.
date?
No problem.
What's your worst date than
Y'all
passing?
done got me worked up thinking about that.
I have a quick question about the hair. Educate me. You say good hair. Is that more expensive or
Yeah.
a different
your
grade?
So you have women buy hair from different places, right?
Uh-huh.
So there may be some places I go and it's just my everyday hair. I'm going to work, I'm going to the gym, doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to have my nice, more expensive, flowy, hair.
Got it.
I put on the
Let me
good
help
hair.
Rick.
Noted.
It's like me with men. It would be what shoes you wore.
Okay, got it. Okay. That makes sense.
All right. Rick, what's your date?
Hey, yo, I'm going last because I'm gonna offend.
All right. Well, Hosea, go ahead, Dr. Hosea.
We can take us home because my things wasn't really dates like
Oh, so you was doing some other stuff.
they was people I met in places and
that you don't want to talk
it
about.
didn't go. Yeah, go. I think this show be more appropriate for Rick to take us home with this story.
So, a good friend of mine, he was going on a date with a young lady, and he says, "Hey, why don't you go out with her cousin? You know, man, 'cause I'm gonna be nervous, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Come on, man, it'll be cool. So I promise you, it'll be fun." I said, "All right." So we go, and I met the girl and so forth, and we're in dark situations. You know, it's dark. And it wasn't a club, it was some function, but it was dark in the place. And we're sitting there pretty much talking or whatever, you know, having a nice conversation. Long story short, we leave, and it's still dark. My buddy pretty much is, you know, kissing down his date, and she looks at me, wanting to kiss me down. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. And this is why. Please don't be offended, ladies. Don't write me. Write down.
No.
What you gonna say? What you gonna
Sandra
say?
S. Wilson.
Her beard
See,
was thicker, and she had the chest hair going on. And
Rick.
I told you there's some women like that. I
was just like, "Yo, what do I do here?" And I'm looking at my boy. He's in the corner getting down. I'm like, "Hey, this is not going to be good." So I was like, "Oh no, you know, this is my first date. You know, first getting to know you. I like to get to know people a little better. I never got to know her. That was it.
Full beard and chest hair. You sure she?
Listen,
I do know
that there and the whole, you know, the hair. Oh no.
I do know some women that and they wear it proudly. I'm like,
I'm
full
sorry to
like
hear
you have
that.
a goatee, and I'm like,
Yo, bro.
I'm tired of this conversation.
you want brought it up?
Kevin, you got any worse dates you want to add to this?
Not so much a date, but I met someone like online, and like we kind of hung out that day, and for whatever reason, I wasn't doing anything that day. It was like a free day for me. And so we had hung out, and then I went over to my cousin's house, and she came, and then she, that night, she tried to text my cousin, like, hey, yo, what are you doing, type thing. And my cousin called me, like, yo, this chick you brought over here hitting me up. Like, what's going on, man? So I'm like, so that's when I come to mind. It's like,
Yeah, that was not the business right there.
Yeah.
Not at all. My
that same day.
same day.
The same day.
Yeah.
Trash.
That trash with a capital T.
Kevin, I know our time is winding down, but I wanted to ask you, what type of advice would you give
That's good.
young men who are trying to date right now? What's the biggest advice you can give them?
That's good.
And it's gonna sound a little funny because I'm not all the way there, but know what you want, I guess. So like, know what your different things are, the things you want and you don't. And as someone who's still trying to find that as well, when you don't feel the situation is good for you, don't try to stick in that, because just from everybody I know who's been in a situation that just didn't feel good, it didn't get better. That's not like to say when it gets hard, because everything in life is gonna get hard, but just like the situation doesn't feel like a tenable situation, don't try to force it tenable.
Okay. Good advice, brother.
That's
That's
good.
good stuff, man.
All right, guys. Well, that's our show. Any last thoughts?
You need to let them remind them if they trying to get on the
If you're
next
try- if you're
Kevin's date. They
if
need
you're
to
trying to
send
get
that
on, I'll
in right
tell you.
now.
Yeah.
You got to hit me up. We already got 4
The
in the
line
mix.
is already backing up.
And he can stop it at any time, obviously, ladies. So Zandra Essence and Sam Wilson at yahoo.com. Please reach out to me. I'll send you the Google form, or you can go into our information section or in the Betterflies YouTube, on the Betterflies YouTube channel. Simple questionnaire is going to take you not even a minute really to fill it out. Kevin has been on the show a couple of times. You've seen how amazing he is. And so we really are just trying to hook my brother up, and then he will tell us when to stop and when he's found that one.
That's right.
And we don't think it's going to be too far ahead, because a lot of really quality women, because we're vetting them, and we're
Vetting.
really nice quality women. And for anyone else who wants to be on the show and want to be set up,
Right.
we will
specifically our brothers.
Yeah. And don't be shy, brothers, and the pride and ego, set it aside. This is private matter, obviously, with the vetting and stuff. The bottom line is, and I'm in this too, Kevin. Look, I'm in the same boat with you. I'm out here trying to date with everyone's help, struggling, failing miserably sometimes, and doing well at other times. So I'm out here to struggle with the older generation.
So in that case, any man interested that don't mind
any.
Don't
mind
throw me off on anybody. They just trying to throw me off.
Well, at this point, you don't have to be qualified. Just right here.
Zandra, I will still vet for you.
Thank you.
Janine, brother, if you still got blood running warm in your veins.
So he could be on life support. He could be anywhere. Huh? He can be in a coma. He can be in a coma.
If you still
18 to 80.
Look, if you're semi-lucid, but lucid on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yeah, they do me. They
drop us a line.
Get rid of me. They just trying to get rid of me. And I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
Bless you all. Till the next time.
Please.
Oh my gosh, yes, guys. So this is it, Ship Squad, guys. No final thoughts or comments before we log off for this show. This is good.
Don't be afraid to get back out there.
Yeah.
Kudos to Kevin.
Yes, we're so excited. Ashley's going to do this
getting out there. I mean, that takes courage and, one foot in front of the other, but he did it. And not only did he do it, look at the first.
He did
First time wearing a turtleneck.
First
time doing karaoke. He was like, if I'm going, I'm going big.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
First time with the hot towel treatment.
Right. Right, and don't forget the cut. What we talking about?
All
In
that.
the cut.
Okay,
Trevor
all right.
Graham in the cut. Regent and LaBrea across the street from KJLH.
Go
Get
ahead.
cut.
All
3 Day
right.
Suit Broker. Make sure you go by, see my boy Sean. He'll hook you up with that turtleneck that Kevin got on. In fact, that's probably a signature line Kevin got right now.
Yeah.
Kevin turtleneck.
Oh, guys. All right, guys. All right, until next time. And Ashley is going to join us next time. We're going to get her side of the her take on the date, and we're going to be hooking her up as well. So, all right, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.